The history of dim sum. In the vast expanse of human culinary history, few traditions encapsulate the essence of community, cultural expression, and gastronomic artistry as profoundly as dim sum. Known by many names and prepared in myriad ways, dim sum is more than just a meal. It is a deeply ingrained experience that has delighted and connected people for centuries. To uncover the origins of this intricate and beloved culinary tradition is to embark on a journey through time, tracing the threads of Chinese civilization and exploring the intimate relationship between food, culture, and community. Our story begins over 1,000 years ago during China's Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907 CE, a period often regarded as a golden age of culture, art, and trade. The Silk Road was the artery through which goods, ideas, and people flowed, connecting China with the vast world beyond its borders. Along these bustling trade routes, weary travelers would stop at teahouses to rest and refresh themselves. It was in these humble establishments that the seeds of dim sum were sown, as teahouse owners began serving small bites of food to accompany the tea, providing sustenance and comfort to the travelers. These early dim sum offerings were simple, reflecting the practical needs of the time. The bite-sized portions were designed to be eaten quickly, providing just enough energy for the journey ahead. The pairing of tea and food was not merely about sustenance, it was rooted in the ancient Chinese belief that tea aided in digestion and cleansed the palate. As the popularity of these tea houses grew, so did the variety and complexity of the dishes served. What began as a humble practice evolved into a sophisticated culinary tradition, deeply intertwined with the culture of tea drinking, known as yum cha, or drinking tea. In these tea houses, the art of dim sum began to flourish. The chefs, inspired by the diversity of ingredients available and the rich culinary heritage of China, started creating more intricate and refined dishes. The focus was on creating small, flavorful portions that could be shared, allowing diners to sample a wide array of flavors and textures in a single meal. It is here, in these bustling tea houses, that we find the earliest forms of what we now recognize as dim sum. As China entered the Song Dynasty 960-1279 CE, the practice of yum cha had become a deeply ingrained social ritual, particularly in the southern region of Guangdong, where the tradition of dim sum truly began to blossom. Guangdong, known as Canton in the west, was a major trading hub, and its capital, Guangzhou, became the epicenter of this evolving culinary art. The chefs of Guangdong, celebrated for their attention to detail and delicate cooking techniques, began crafting an ever-expanding array of dim sum dishes, each more exquisite than the last. These were not just meals but miniature works of art, meticulously prepared and beautifully presented. In Guangdong, the heart of Cantonese cuisine, dim sum became known for its light, delicate flavors and the use of fresh, seasonal ingredients. Dishes like hagao, shrimp dumplings, siu mai, pork dumplings, and char siu bao, barbecue pork buns, became iconic, each bite a perfect balance of flavor and texture. The philosophy behind Cantonese dim sum was one of simplicity and purity, allowing the natural flavors of the ingredients to shine through without heavy seasonings or sauces. As the centuries passed, the tradition of dim sum continued to evolve, reflecting the changing tastes and preferences of the people. During the Ming, 1368 to 1644, and Qing, 1644 to 1912, dynasties, the art of dim sum reached new heights, with chefs creating increasingly elaborate and sophisticated dishes. The introduction of new ingredients from the West, such as peanuts, potatoes, and chili peppers, further enriched the variety of dim sum, blending traditional Chinese flavors with foreign influences. In the tea houses of Guangzhou, it was not uncommon to find dozens of different types of dim sum on offer, from delicate dumplings to savory buns, crispy rolls, and sweet pastries. The variety was staggering, each dish crafted with care and precision, designed to tantalize the taste buds and delight the senses. Dim sum had become more than just a meal, it was an experience, a celebration of food and community that brought people together in a shared act of eating. But the story of dim sum does not end in China. As Chinese immigrants spread across the world, they brought their culinary traditions with them, introducing dim sum to new audiences and environments. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, during the great waves of Chinese migration, dim sum restaurants began to appear in cities like San Francisco, New York, and Vancouver. These establishments became cultural hubs where Chinese immigrants could gather to share not only food but also a sense of community and identity. In these new settings, dim sum continued to evolve, incorporating local ingredients and adapting to the tastes of a global audience. In the United States, for example, dim sum restaurants became known for their bustling, lively atmosphere, where waitstaff would push carts laden with steaming baskets of dumplings, buns, and other delicacies from table to table. This style of service, known as cart service, became a defining feature of the dim sum experience in the West, offering diners the opportunity to see, smell, and choose their dishes on the spot. The rise of dim sum in the West also led to the creation of new dishes that blended Chinese culinary traditions with Western flavors. Dishes like crispy spring rolls, egg tarts, and sweet custard buns became popular in Western dim sum restaurants, reflecting the fusion of cultures and the adaptability of this ancient culinary tradition. Dim sum had become a global phenomenon, beloved by people of all backgrounds and cultures. As we explore the global journey of dim sum, we see that while the dishes may vary in their ingredients and preparation methods, the essence of dim sum remains the same. Dim sum is a celebration of community, a way of bringing people together to share in the joy of food. It is a tradition that embodies the values of hospitality, generosity, and the simple pleasure of eating together. In the modern world, dim sum continues to hold a special place in the hearts and kitchens of people around the globe. It is a tradition that has been passed down through generations, each family adding their own unique touch to the recipes. Whether served as a weekend brunch with family and friends, a festive meal to celebrate special occasions, or simply a comforting treat, dim sum remains a symbol of continuity, tradition, and the deep connections we share with our food and with each other. The influence of dim sum has extended beyond Chinese communities, inspiring chefs around the world to create their own interpretations of this beloved culinary tradition. In recent years, we have seen the rise of modern dim sum restaurants that push the boundaries of tradition, experimenting with new flavors, techniques, and presentations. These innovative chefs are redefining dim sum for a new generation, blending the old with the new, and creating dishes that are both rooted in tradition and forward-looking. In cities like Hong Kong, dim sum has evolved into a fine dining experience, with Michelin-starred restaurants offering exquisitely crafted dim sum that is as much a feast for the eyes as it is for the palate. These modern dim sum creations are a testament to the enduring appeal of this ancient culinary tradition, showcasing the artistry, creativity, and skill of the chefs who continue to push the boundaries of what dim sum can be. Yet, despite these modern innovations, the heart of dim sum remains the same. It is about sharing food with those you love, savoring the moment, and connecting with the people around you. Whether enjoyed in a bustling tea house in Guangdong, a dim sum restaurant in San Francisco, or a high-end dining establishment in Hong Kong, dim sum continues to bring people together, creating moments of joy, connection, and community. The story of dim sum is, in many ways, the story of humanity itself, a story of migration, adaptation, and the enduring power of food to bring people together. As we sit down to a table filled with steaming baskets of dumplings, buns, and other delicacies, we are partaking in a tradition that spans centuries, a tradition that has sustained and delighted countless generations. It is a reminder that in the simplest of dishes, we can find the deepest connections to our past, our culture, and to one another. In this way, dim sum is more than just a meal, it is a reflection of our shared human experience, a testament to the ways in which food shapes our lives and our histories. And so, the next time you enjoy a meal of dim sum, take a moment to savor not just the flavors, but the rich tapestry of stories and traditions that have come together to create this timeless culinary experience. For in each bite, you hold a piece of history, a connection to the countless hands that have prepared and shared this extraordinary food through the ages. And so, the journey of dim sum continues, ever evolving, ever expanding, a living testament to the enduring power of food to unite us all in a shared celebration of life. In every dumpling, every bun, every delicate bite, we find a story of people, of place, of culture, and of the timeless joy of sharing a meal with those we hold dear.